サラダと言ったよな。
そうよ、グレープフルーツのサラダ。
ならなぜ納豆とひき肉がカゴに入ってる？
いろいろ合わせてみると美味しいのよ。グレープフルーツの酸味があるから何合わせてもいけるし。
いや、いけないだろう。
Hey, what's up, weebs? Welcome back to Wanging with Weeaboo, where this week we're gonna be taking a look at Kurisu's salad from Steins. I was gonna make Kurisu's pie, but if I'm being honest, I have no idea how the hell that was supposed to be eaten. All we see is 2 unpeeled apples boiling in a pot of what I can only hope is cinnamon and sugar, which doesn't sound like the worst, but also doesn't sound like anything. So instead of eating Kurisu's pie, we're gonna be tossing her salad. Now, I'm pretty sure we're not actually told all of the ingredients, but we are told it contains grapefruit, ground beef, natto, and cilantro, and then Kurisu uses rakkyo as a substitute for radishes. I think it'd be more in the spirit of Kurisu to use both, by which I mean I also couldn't find radishes, so I'm using daikon instead. Also, I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure that the other joke here is that rakkyo, which is an onion-type food, is usually pickled, so that's what we're going with. Okay, so while you watch an agony as I waste a lot of perfectly good food, let's talk about what's probably the subtlest joke in the entire show.
すでに完成したものがあるではないか。しかも 50%
出来合いのも
オフだ。
の買ってもつまらないでしょ。まったくこれだから実験にしか興味のない男はダメなのよね。
If you watch my episode on Kurisu, you'll realize that this is funny because she's the one that only cares about experiments, and in fact, that's exactly what she's doing right now. Her thought process here is literally, wait a second, what would happen if you mix these flavors together? Her brain doesn't actually get so far as the outcome because she's so focused on the experiment. Hilarious. One more thing, you can probably imagine what's wrong with this, but I'm realizing most of you have probably never had natto before, so let me describe it to you. It's very sticky, mostly flavorless beans. If you ever work as an assistant English teacher in Japan, you'll probably eat this for school lunch at some point. They give you bonito and soy sauce to eat it with over rice because it has so little flavor. It's basically just a sticky lump of bean-like things, so I want to say, well, this probably isn't going to be as horribly off-putting as you're thinking. It's not like this is going to turn out anything resembling good. Alright, enough stalling. Time to give this a taste and... Oh god! Oh, that smells awful. And, well... Okay, instead of just telling you what this tastes like, it'd be funnier if I use this to explain the other really subtle joke in this episode.
楽しそうだな。
楽しいよ。ピザも美味しかったし、すずさんとクリスちゃんも楽しそうだし。
Why did Mayuri only mention pizza? Wow. That was one of the worst things I've ever eaten. Holy shit, that was bad. What the fuck? Oh my god. Okay, maybe we can give her the benefit of the doubt because, you know, we don't know all of the ingredients, so, and while I'm assuming the grapefruit and the cilantro is kind of like supposed to act as the salad dressing, you know, it could have included something like lettuce and salad dressing, so, you know, why don't we just, you know, just give her the benefit of the doubt. No. Fucking no. Okay. Alright, enough of this! Now, I have no idea where to even fucking begin making a good version of this because it's written to be literally as horribly awful as possible, but somehow Babish always manages to do this, so I guess I have to at least try. So I looked up grapefruit salads with ground beef, and I'm gonna be honest, this is gonna be kind of a stretch. The only way I can even sort of imagine involving as many of these ingredients as possible is by making some kind of steak salad. And this would be a lot easier if we didn't also have cilantro, but to me, this says we need to make a fruit salsa, which is probably not the stupidest idea, I think. Normally, this involves just a single kind of fruit, but grapefruit is pretty strong, so to kind of balance out the flavors a little, we're gonna add some pineapple. So, grapefruit, pineapple, and as per salsa rules, lime, juice and zest, some finely chopped red onion, and of course our cilantro. And we're just gonna let the flavor sink in for a few hours before we work on our steak. Normally, salsa tends to be pretty wet and juicy, what with being a bunch of fruit thrown into a bowl and all. Never throw this out because this is where all your flavor is gonna be, and you want your salsa to just kind of soak this up. But since we're doing steak, I actually have a way better idea. I used to work in a restaurant that did an Asian steak salad and used some kind of yogurt-based marinade, and I don't actually remember what was in it, but I'm at least pretty sure this is a good idea. And since we somehow need to incorporate fermented soybeans in here somehow, we're gonna be using soy sauce instead of salt as seasoning. This makes sense, shut up. Okay, so about 8 hours later, and we're ready to start cooking our steak. And you'll immediately realize that having only ever cooked steak on a grill, which I don't actually have in Japan, I forgot a really important step in this yogurt marinade, which is drying off our steak, because otherwise this thing isn't gonna develop even a little bit of color in our frying pan. So I'm just draining the excess yogurt and then not realizing that this is where I should have stopped to pat it dry with a paper towel, but fuck it, whatever, it came out fine. So lastly, we're just gonna toss together some lettuce with carrots and baby tomatoes, along with a really simple soy sauce, rice vinegar, and sesame oil dressing before completely forgetting about the fruit salsa we made and almost eating the entire thing without noticing. But it's good that I did, because now I know what it tastes like with just the marinade and no salsa, which is honestly pretty good. It's tender and juicy, and while I couldn't really taste any grapefruit, I did get a hint of lime and cilantro, which was nice. I don't know if I'd make it again, but I definitely wouldn't hesitate to eat it again. Okay, so salad attempt number 2 with the sad remnants of our steak topped with some of our salsa. And now, after an alarming amount of bullshit, we can finally answer the question, how does the good version of Kurisu's salad taste? And for that, let's move to Facecam Weeaboo. So this was basically all on fucking purpose, like a genius. You know, that's not bad. That's not bad. The steak is really nice. But I'm not sure how well steak goes with grapefruit. The marinade, that was a good idea. I don't know about the grapefruit. The grapefruit could probably use some reconsidering. The grapefruit pineapple salsa. Yeah, that's really good. That is really fucking good. I don't know if I'd eat it with steak again. So, Kurisu salad, yes, no. Let's say no. Let's give this one a big no. Yeah, okay. If you enjoyed watching my suffering, by the way, stepping on the like button would go a long way in easing that suffering. Alright, so now that we've conclusively decided that this was a huge waste of time, let's just give up and get one of those pizzas Daru ordered. I was gonna get the exact same pizza Daru ordered, which is pepperoni, bacon, olives, and green peppers, but it turns out, Domino's Japan just doesn't have olives, so instead, I got the Domino's special, close enough, I guess. As we dig into this, let's talk about something that might sound really stupid to you. Domino's is the top tier pizza restaurant in Japan. How did that happen? I have no idea, but they're the ones with all the cool pizzas like fish and chips or butter chicken and shit. I'm here for it. Surprisingly good. Now, I have to admit, it doesn't quite live up to pizza from back home where I'm from in Canada, but hilarious, right? Yeah, I could really use a proper za. That and chips. So I also wanted to try one of the Domino's pizza rice bowls. I guess we're just a food review channel now. How does pizza and rice mix? You know, that's not terrible. Honestly, I might eat this again. I mean, I have no idea why they have this. It tastes exactly like a Domino's pizza, only with rice, but you know, whatever, I guess. Before we go, if you haven't seen it, you should check out the last episode of Wanging with Weeaboo where I made the gel nana. So, this was a fun little lab party. Hope no hijinks turns it completely upside down for the next episode. Oh wait, did I do this on purpose? Next time, the moment Okabe's world shatters.